So with me today, I'm hanging out, or rather I've been driving a very special vehicle that's been much awaited in the local market. Land Rover South Africa finally brought it in, and it's here on our road in selected numbers, but I can't wait to share it with you. In case you're wondering what that vehicle is, it's the very special Land Rover Defender 90 in a V8 form. It's a very potent, very powerful machine, and I'm going to be sharing my review with you. It's exactly from what I think of first impressions up until driving it and everything else in between. So let's take a look at the Land Rover Defender 90 V8. Look, when it comes to the looks of the car, nothing has pretty much changed from the Defender when it was reintroduced about 2 years ago. That's 2019 and 2020. With this version, special thing is just the engine. It's much more powerful now, but as you can see in the front, it looks super modern. That's what I like about this new Defender. And then this version behind me, the V8, it's all blacked out, which really gives it an emphasis on the looks, and then focuses on the much smaller details such as the blue calipers on the wheels, and then again moving to the pipes at the back, which really stand out and give it that mean Land Rover stance. That's it from the front, I think. Let's move to the back so I can show you those pipes that I'm talking about. So in our last video about the new Range Rover, a lot of people, especially those on Facebook is a very special place. A lot of people on Facebook complained about the hidden pipes on the Range Rover. Fortunately, on this Defender 90, the V8, and both the 110 as well, you can clearly see the pipes on the vehicle. So happiness, you guys have an option. You can't complain anymore. They're very much present in this vehicle, but I actually am not a fan of the design of these pipes. I know for whatever engineering reasons it makes sense to have them facing downwards and in this shape, but I would have had or preferred them to be much more meaner and much more distinctive from the back, if that makes sense. A little bit more chrome, just to give it that little bit of appeal. But nonetheless, I'm happy that we have the 4 pipes at the back. The really cool thing that I like about Land Rover and their philosophy in designing vehicles is the attention to detail they put into almost every little thing in their vehicles. One of them being the design of the backlights, or the rear lights, whichever one you wish to call it. It's really cool, distinctive as well, as much as everything else on the vehicle, but I really like this super cool design that is just focused on the detail that you need, whether you're driving at the rear of the vehicle or just admiring it as it drives past by you. Something to marvel at. Could do this the entire day. Now, my favorite thing about this vehicle has to be the tech inside the car. From the infotainment system, from the driver assistant tech to the off-road assistant tech, it rates tops in my books. So first things first that I want to talk about is a PV infotainment system. It's a PV Pro. Look man, the screen is super bright, and then comparing it to what you get or what you find in the industry, in the market, I have to say this is one of the best ones by far. It's very intuitive. The response is very quick. Everything is there. If you connect it to external source, your phone, either for CarPlay or Android Auto, it works seamlessly. I love that. And then you move it to the features that you get from Land Rover, standard in this vehicle. And then if you're going for the lower spec ones, such as the P's and the D's, then you have the off-road assistant package, which displays everything for you handy on the screen. It also has this really cool feature where it can actually show you, it uses all the cameras in the vehicle, and it can actually show you what's underneath the vehicle as you're doing any off-roading activity, so that you are aware of what's around you and underneath the vehicle, just to be safe. That's a really cool feature. And then just looking at convenience wise, there are a lot of ports in this car. I lost count, but right now I can see 3, and I know there's a bunch at the back, and then there are a few hidden ones, and then there's actually a twin pin, if I can call it that, plug at the boot, where you can actually charge your laptop or any other external device. Great if you have load shedding, by the way, or if you're outside camping. So there's actually a lot in this car to marvel and like, but again, back to my point that Land Rover has really put a lot of thought into putting this vehicle together and giving you all your conveniences, just touch of a hand away, which is really cool. And then of course there's this sunroof, or this panoramic roof over here, which just opens up and gives you a better view of this amazing place where we're at. I don't even know where we're at, but it all comes together to give you this comprehensive package in a really cool vehicle to drive. And talking about the drive, I think it's time now that we hit the road and a little bit of off-roading to see how this vehicle performs. Can you believe it? We've pretty much come to the end of my review of the Land Rover Defender 90 V8. If I were to sum it up in 3 words, I'd say it's a powerful drive. Say it's very much practical in the sense of space, although it's a shorter version of it. There is a lot of space inside for occupants. The boot space, not so much. The third one, I would say adventure, and I'll give you a bonus for fun, which makes it 4 words. That's my time with the vehicle. But then if you are looking at purchasing the vehicle, this specific model will cost you at about 2.3 million rand to buy it. Again, like I said, the V8 comes with all the wheels and bells and everything else that you can imagine in this car. But that's my time for now. Pretty please make sure that you share your comments of what you think about this vehicle below, and do share with your family and friends as well. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest content that comes out. For me, that's all for this time. Until next time.